What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm super duper excited because it is Project Hail Mary time. This weekend we had Project Hail Mary, which is one of the biggest movies of the year, had the biggest box office opening of the year so far.
Well deserved.
And I am a massive fan of this book. So I read the book because my mom read it like 3 times. She's obsessed with it, and she's like, "You got to read the book." And I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll read the book." And I read it with her, and we both just loved the book. Ryan and Grace and like Rocky, their journey together throughout this book and everything. And when I saw that they were making a Project Hail Mary movie, at first I was excited. Then I read the book, and then I got a little bit cautiously optimistic. I was like, how are they going to pull this off? It's Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They're predominantly known for comedy. This is a book that has a lot of peril in it. It's got comedy in there as well, but it's got a mixture of different things. It's like, how are they going to pull this off? I don't know, but then I heard Andy Weir was attached heavily to it, and he had a lot of creative say into what happens in the movie. And
I believed in the Lord and Chris. I believed in them.
Yeah, you believed in them.
I did.
That's good.
Because think of it, they've made 21 and 22 Jump Street, 2 hilarious movies that are honestly so funny, and they also did the Spider-Verse movies, so it's kind of like, oh, so we know they're no slouches, you know?
Yeah, we know that, and it was written by Drew Goddard, who wrote, Cabin in the Woods. He wrote Bad Times at the El Royale. He also wrote several episodes of the Daredevil Netflix show, and the biggest thing to indicate this that he wrote was The Martian, and The Martian is another Andy Weir novel that was adapted to film. So once I heard it was written by Drew Goddard, that got me excited, and the whole list of people here, how you've got Greg Fraser, who did the cinematography, who was the same cinematographer of like Dune Part 2, The Batman, stuff like that. And then Daniel Pemberton, who did the score, who did also the score for like the Spider-Verse movies, all that. Like, you just had this huge powerhouse team working together. And it, in my opinion, absolutely paid off for what might be the one of it. I think Lord of the Rings is still up at the top, but then this is right behind that for maybe the greatest book to screen adaptation I've ever seen.
Wait, what's number 1 for you?
Lord of the Rings. And then after that, this would be the second best book to screen adaptation I've ever seen in my life. So,
and I have a thought about Ryan Gosling in this movie.
What's that?
I really like this era of Ryan Gosling. Because ever since the Barbie movie, he's been picking these roles and these movies that not only are genuinely good, but are genuine, like, crowd pleasing, fun movies. Like, okay, he did the Barbie movie, and with the standard role of 10. Okay, then he did the Fall Guy, which didn't make a lot of money, but the people who saw it really, really loved. Now this, and I have another Ryan Gosling theory that is possible.
What?
This may be his most financially successful movie that he is the lead.
Yeah, it might.
I am now.
Might be, honestly.
Before you say the Barbie movie, Margot Robbie was the lead. He was the co-star. So
Yeah.
if we know it's not going to be making 1.4 billion, it's not going to do that. But it could be his most successful solo movie, which would be great because when you look at this movie and what kind of a movie it is, the whole movie is carried by Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I was just about to mention that even though Rocky, which they spoiled in the marketing, even though Rocky is an aspect to this film is heavily just like 90% of the movie is him in space, and you just are focused on Ryan Gosling talking to a rock creature, and that's literally like what basically the whole movie is. Outside a few scenes with like Strat and a few other stuff like that, outside those scenes though, most of the movie is Ryan Gosling in space, and it is just stunning what he's able to do here, from making you laugh hysterically to being able to make you start to tear up at times. He really takes the best elements of like his performance in Barbie and then mixes it with like his performance in like Blade Runner 2049 or First Man or like Drive or one of those type of movies where it was a more serious kind of performance. He mixes the two together to make this beautiful concoction that is Ryland Grace.
And honestly, this would speak more for Ryan Gosling than I feel even the Barbie movie did, because if this movie is a success, and I feel at this point it will be,
Yeah.
that he can say, hey, that wasn't in, even though it is based on a book, I feel the performances are a lot more important in this one than they are in the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Like in the Barbie movie, oh, it's the toys. That's why everybody's going to go see this. No, people are going for the book, but they are seeing it again and again because of Ryan Gosling.
And the word of mouth. Like it was such a smart idea to have those early Amazon Prime screenings, because when they started having those early Amazon Prime screenings, word of mouth came out about how truly good this film was, and people are going to go see it again and again and again. I'm going to be seeing it again probably tomorrow. So I I absolutely love this film. And one thing in the book I want to talk about too, and this one thing about the book that I loved about the movie as well is, like I talked about, he meets Rocky, which is a space alien that's made entirely of rock, and he's going to be everyone's favorite character. But the fact that like they were able to make this alien that's literally just rock and make it into such an endearing, lovable, relatable character is something that is just revolutionary and just absolutely exceptional. And I just think that their relationship in this movie works really well, because in the book, it's not like Rocky's my sidekick. It's like, no, they're both equals. They both work together in tandem, and I feel like that is what they did in this film. Really, really well.
Yes, this is the ultimate romance, like friendship movie, I feel.
Oh yeah, it is. And we didn't even talk about it, but like I said, Greg Fraser does the cinematography in here. Look at our backdrop. That shot alone, is a chef's kiss. And just the fact that like throughout this movie, the cinematography is just breathtaking. It's beautiful. You see it with the IMAX aspect ratio, how it'll open out and then cover the whole screen. You go see this film in an IMAX theater or on the largest screen possible, guys, it will blow your mind. And then the fact that you also get an amazing uproarious score that just adds to every single element of the film.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love Daniel Pemberton's score here, and it works very well, and it has its own little different sides to it. And this is a movie that when I was coming out of it, I said, this is why I love the movies. This movie right here. It has everything. This reminded me of why I love cinema, and this year alone, 2026, feels this way, because we got The Odyssey coming, we got Dune Part 3 coming. This feels like finally we're back to having these big epics, the like blockbuster epics that are coming back into our theaters that are only theatrical experiences that you want to witness on the largest screen possible, kind of deal.
I agree.
I love that.
And to make it even better, when Dune Part 3 is coming out, it's literally being paired with another epic, like, in a big screen Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like seen on the big screen kind of a thing. See it in theaters kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that because it's saving the theatrical experience, you know.
And this movie, I have that feeling that, you know, that first feeling when if you see a movie for the first time in like before next year's Oscars, and you're like,
Mhm.
I just saw one of the Best Picture nominees.
Yep.
Yep, right there. I see it being nominated for several awards. Last year was with like Sinners. This year, it's this.
Yeah, I agree. They always have at least one Oscar contender that comes out early in the year, and I think that this is going to be the one that is being talked about with just like the high level of praise it's getting. I think that word of mouth is going to carry it throughout the rest of the year, and you know, there's rumors of an extended cut that might come eventually, but you know, with that said, talking about the extended cut, I guess now is a good time. We've been glowing about this movie. We've been really, really praising it. In my opinion, this is a masterpiece. This is one of the first 10 out of 10s I've seen this year. Now, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, did come out this year, but I saw it last year at a film festival. So I'm counting this as the first 10 out of 10 masterpiece that I've seen in 2026. But I with that said, there's a few small, very small nitpicks that I got.
Yes.
And you know, we'll talk about them here, and then we'll go into spoilers after we talk about our nitpicks here. But one of my nitpicks, I think it's the same nitpick you have, and it's just that like you could have made it slightly shorter, but I say that with at the same time, I don't know what scene to cut out because all the scenes were necessary, you know.
I say don't cut like scenes. I say maybe they could have cut like a scene like a few seconds early, or like a few, or like say, hey, this 3 minute scene, this 5 minute scene could be 4 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, hey, this sequence could be 1 minute shorter or 30 seconds shorter, you know. And I feel like if they did that enough, you'd be like, oh, hey, it's 5 to 10 minutes shorter. Perfect.
Yeah, and you know, it's and the book is like 500-page book, so like I understand it's pretty long, but like you know, they still could have maybe found a way to put in all the other elements there without it feeling rushed. But I like the care that they put into it. But honestly, for me, that's my only slight nitpick. Everything else about the film is absolute perfection. What about you?
The only other thing is maybe I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from the other astronauts.
Yeah, yeah,
Like slightly more that makes us feel for them. And I have this one other thing that is a very slight nitpick. Slight.
what?
And funny enough, this this happened this happens in comedies as well. Where
Mm.
in the very beginning of the movie, you see the dead astronauts.
Oh yeah,
I wish they waited.
yeah. I
I
mean,
wish they waited until I wish they waited till like 30, 40 minutes into the movie and then showed them.
I understand that, but at the same time, like as someone who read the book, like literally the book opens up with Ryland Grace waking up on the ship and like the astronauts are dead, and everything, and he's like saying, "How did I get here?" like who are these people, all this stuff. He has no recollection and everything. And so then it's like, and then it's about, okay, let's backtrack, figure out how he figures out where he's at, and then how the astronauts got there, how everything else got there. And that's kind of like the stuff
Yes.
with in the book as well. So I guess it makes sense for the movie here.
Those are the only nitpicks. I think we can get into spoilers now.
Yeah. I loved so many scenes of this movie, but my favorite scene of the movie, I talked to you about it in the car, was actually an added scene that was not in the book, where uh, you see Strat doing this, like they're having like a karaoke night or whatever. Ryan Gosling's character, I think, sings a little bit of a song, and then he tries to convince her to sing a song, and she is like hesitant about it, but then she gets up there and sings "Sign of the Times" song from Harry Styles. And this scene, it was in the trailer for a little bit too, but this scene was so impactful to me because Strat in the book, she is a very stiff, kind of like, we need to do this. I'm stiff, kind of like personality. That was her in the book. But in this, it shows this nuance and this layer to her by having her sing. And apparently that scene was added in by Ryan Gosling. He said, you have to sing in this film. You have to do this, because he apparently caught her singing in her trailer or something like that. And he said, I want to add this scene where you sing in here, and I need you to to do this. I think it would add to the character. And I'm so glad he did, because that was a very nuanced and layered and impactful scene that I felt like really enhanced her character.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, and they take and they do that. They do it a lot where, yeah, this is very accurate to the book, but there are scenes in here that also change up the book entirely. Like, for example, in the book, all you know is that Ryland Grace is on this planet with Rocky now, and he's teaching all these rock people at the end, all of Rocky's little planet people. What they don't show is that, like, the video feed coming back to Strat and her watching all the video feed, and you never get to see that closure in the book of like her seeing how Ryland Grace is doing now, and her seeing like this type of. She never gets to see anything with Rocky. She never gets to see anything like that. And I thought it was really impactful to have her at the end there, gray haired, to see her finally to see everything that happened there. Which my only other nitpick is that Ryan Gosling, I think, is supposed to, because in the book he has like a cane when he's on Rocky's planet, and he's aged a bit. And you see Strat, she has gray hair in her final scene and such. Ryan Gosling literally does not age at all. They didn't do any effort to age him whatsoever when he was on Rocky's planet. So that's the only nitpick I would say for me also. But yeah.
My favorite scene of Sacrifice in the movie was where Rocky realizes that Ryland Grace isn't going home.
Yeah, yeah.
And he says, "Oh, I need this to get home," and Rocky is willing to give it up for him.
And then the fact that Rocky, who is literally grabs Ryland Grace, despite the fact it's going to burn him, just to and like basically almost kill Rocky, just to save his friend. Well, that was what was just such a big sign of just friendship, great friendship, just
Yes,
on display there.
and
yeah.
and what else I loved is this is not a movie that it's like, oh, Rocky's dead at the end of the movie,
Yeah.
and Ryland Grace only has the memories. No, Rocky's alive.
He is. Yeah. He comes back to life, even though it scares you for a bit because you think he's dead. But yeah.
It's an optimistic ending, and I'm like, oh my god, a movie like this that has an optimistic ending.
And one thing I love about the actual ending is, that they had Rocky had the best people work on his ship if he wants to have the return journey home. And he says, or Iridians, that's their name. He said, I had the best Iridians work on your ship if you want to go home. And he says, I'll think about it. And I love that because it's like very mysterious, and it's like you don't know you never get to know. I know Andy Weir says he wants to write a sequel to Project Hail Mary, but I'm kind of against it because I like the idea of not knowing whether he goes home or not. He just you get to decide for yourself on did he go home or is he going to stay and get to teach all these people and become a teacher on Rocky's planet, you know? And I like that aspect to it.
So all in all, this was a very great movie. Like I could not like recommend this movie more. Like the more I think about it, the more I love it. I need to see it at least one more time before it leaves theaters.
Oh yeah, I'll be seeing this 2, 3 more times in theaters because I loved it. The way that they had every single aspect of this film, how it paid homage to the book, but it would also be adding new elements to make it its own thing. And it was the voice actor did an incredible job on Rocky, and they kept like all the little nuances there. It was great, but also this film was intense. I've not been on the edge of my seat since like Interstellar in the docking scene. Whenever you're seeing them try to catch like the astrophage or whatever, and they have like that crate, and then Ryan Grace is outside, and they're like, and he's like, "No, right, Grace, you'll die," and all that stuff, and he's like outside the ship, and he's trying to like maneuver his way through it.
Yes.
That was so intense. I was
Yes.
sitting on the edge of my seat, like, oh my god, oh, what's gonna like, and you know, I've read the book and I know the outcome, but like, that still was so intense on the big screen.
No.
Being in theater, it was just so well done. There's still great movies being made today, and that you know, this is just one of those prime examples of you know the magic of movies. You know, and that's what this feels like. You know, it feels like magic on screen, how the way they pulled it off. You know, so
I just wish it came out earlier. I just wish it came out first week of March. Only for one reason.
why?
Only because I'm hoping that Super Mario Galaxy, when that comes out,
Oh yeah.
that doesn't take
Well,
away
it
all of the money.
it will take some, but the good news is that they did release it still at a good time where this will have a whole nother weekend. Like this weekend, Super Mario doesn't come out. Super Mario doesn't come out until April 1st or
Yes.
March 31st.
And,
So this weekend you'll still have Project Hail Mary doing very well at the box office, all that stuff, because let's face it, They Will Kill You is not going to make this much money. So it's like yeah.
I don't see it having like a 50% drop.
Yeah, I don't see it having I don't see it being like Scream 7 where it has a huge drop and
I see having a very low like maybe high 40s to low 50s% drop.
yeah, I think so too.
And I'm still a little bit confused about the whole Super Mario marketing campaign. Why the fuck is it coming out on a Wednesday? But
yeah, that's fucking weird to me, but you know,
like it's not like when I heard that I'm like on my phone like, is it a holiday or something? No.
some movies do that. Like didn't Moana 2 do that? Some anime movie recently did that. I don't know if it was Moana 2 or if it was something else.
Technically Moana 2 had an excuse.
What?
It came out on the Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh yeah, that time.
So of course like okay, that's coming out early to take part in that in the families that have the whole Thanksgiving time off. Okay, great, but
Yeah.
this is weird. But
Yeah,
we'll probably be talking about that in a few weeks.
Yeah, we'll be definitely talking about that and reviewing that in a few weeks.
I know I already have my plans. See April 3rd can get here soon enough.
I'm going to be seeing it on March 31st, but it's interesting. I haven't been to a midnight showing in a while, and they actually have a midnight showing instead of a normal showing. They have a midnight showing of a Super Mario Galaxy movie on that March 31st. So
That's so weird. Of all of the movies to do this with,
yeah,
it's not this. It's not the Odyssey.
no,
Not Avengers. It's not Dune. It's fucking Super Mario Galaxy.
and it's like little kids aren't gonna want to stay up till midnight to watch it, So it's just sort of like, what the fuck? Okay, that's weird.
So,
Um, so yeah,
so yeah,
this was an incredible movie. Might be my favorite movie of the year so far.
it is
Very, very
100%.
excellent. Final thoughts on this film?
Highly recommend it. Really does set the bar high for future films.
It does. It absolutely does. This
Really,
sets the bar high for future films, for filmmaking. This sets the bar high.
yes,
It's a
and like
really fantastic piece of stuff.
some movies are like the like if you know when we do our halfway through the year video in June,
Yeah.
some for movies it's like I don't know that could get the boot by them, that could get the boot. I'm like, no, this is 100% going to be in that top 10. If
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not, if it's not the top 10, we are in the best year of filmmaking ever.
Oh, exact. Oh, 100% agree. If we do our halfway through the year, especially our halfway through the year, but maybe even our end of the year ranking, and this isn't in my top 10, this will be the best year in all of cinema because this film is absolutely blew my mind.
Yes, like absolutely. This will be in my top 10 movies of the year in both. I can guarantee. I can 100% say this is probably even going to be top 3 for midway through the year.
Oh, most
Like
definitely for me,
like
yeah.
like midway, like I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee that as well too. So, yeah, guys, that's our review for Project Hail Mary. What did you guys think of this movie? Did you love it as much as us? Do you think it's overrated? Let us know down in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts and much much more, guys. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this video, guys. We have a lot of fun plans on the channel. The channel will be taking a different direction here soon, but for now, we're still filming stuff for you guys, reviews. We're gonna be doing Super Mario review for you guys. I have a drinking game coming up with Austin in April, and we got all of our fun stuff that we still like to do that will be coming in April. We'll be doing more stuff. I will be filming a They Will Kill You review because I just watched it tonight for the Monday Mystery Movie, so I will be reviewing that and just many more reviews of other exciting films that are coming our way. So yeah, thank you all. Thank you again, Andrew, for coming on. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who watched. We will see you all in the next one. Until then, stay classy, my friends. Keep on watching those movies.